congratulations to a friend of the show, Joe Dumars
Absolutely.
in New Orleans Pelicans. You guys, you picked a fantastic, a fantastic executive, Hall of Famer as a former player, Hall of Famer as an executive, and he's from Louisiana,
Yep.
so
Yep.
it's a
Uh,
homecoming. So I think this is a great pick and leadership position, and I'm excited to see what this team is going to do in the next 3 to 5 years and what they're going to do in the direction they're going to take. I can tell you this, all the young players there, for those who are listening, you have a true, he's a savant when it comes to sports. Pick his brain, and you have an opportunity. They have some very talented players down there,
you know,
and take advantage of that. I mean, he'll be available, and I can tell you this, he knows what he's doing. So the people, the Pelicans and the Pelican Nation, they should be very, very
Pelican
excited.
Nation.
Pelicans, right? Is that what they
I
the
don't
Pelicans,
think they
right?
have a thing.
Well, way
I
they
don't
have it
know.
now. The Pelicans Nations,
Pelicans
down there.
Nation, is that what it
Yeah,
is?
is that what it is?
Or they
Something
could
down
be the
there.
Smoothie King squad at the Smoothie King
Yes.
Arena.
Well, they should be excited.
You know what?
And
When I think about the Pelicans, though, like they've got some really good pieces there. I really like
yes.
the draft pick of Eves Missy. I think he's going to be a really good big. I
Yep.
really like Herb Jones and Trey Murphy. I'm a
Yep.
big fan of Alvarado, as I don't think anyone can't be a fan of Alvarado. But Zion Williamson, when he is healthy on the court, is one of the best players in the NBA, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
of the
yeah,
problems
yeah.
with the Pelicans come down to health. But what I like about this hire, and it's just my take on it, you can take it or leave it. What I like about this hire is obviously Joe Dumars won that championship with the Pistons in 2004, right? But what do you think about when you think about that championship? You think about defense and toughness. And those are two things that I don't think anyone has ever associated with the New Orleans Pelicans. Like Herb Jones individually is a great defender, and Trey Murphy is a good defender, and Alvarado gets these steals. But as a team, no one's looked at the Pelicans like, oh my God, this is an elite defensive team. And I think that is a byproduct of the Pelicans organization up until this point not having established a kind of culture or identity. And if Joe could go there and establish some of what he did do in Detroit, obviously Detroit had the history going back to the Bad Boys, but if he can bring some of that mental edge and the mental toughness to the Pelicans, I think that's what they've been missing all these years.
I can say this. The Pelicans will have an identity for sure.
Hmm.
Okay. They will have an identity. They in the Detroit Pistons, I can't recall just off the top how many teams have actually won a championship without a max player.
I think just them.
I
Unless
I, I can't recall. I can't recall.
2015, 2015, Steph was still on the $11 million a year contract. And I don't know if they'd yet kicked in the max contracts for Clay and Draymond.
I think Andrew Bogut might have been because they traded for Andrew
Yeah.
Bogut
Yeah, because he would have got that in Milwaukee. So
in
maybe.
Milwaukee. Yeah,
Maybe. But
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 I
that
can't
that
recall.
that that one is an asterisk because Steph Curry on $11 million, he signed that contract before he was Steph Curry that everyone knows today. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was like the most anomaly, maybe the best value contract except for Scottie Pippen that we've ever seen in the history of the NBA.
And I can't recall. Just off the top. So there are two things that I think I'm pretty good, account. I can say this. They already have talent, but they're gonna acquire and identify talent, and they're gonna be a tough group. That I can assure you.
Yeah, I think talent's
The
there. They've just got to kind of
the
mold it in the right
the,
way.
the level of professionalism
Yes.
will be at an all-time high. Now, that I can assure you. All of the stuff, I can't wait to the press conference. I think it's next Tuesday, and I'll be watching. I just expect them to really, you know, play with a level of toughness that you probably haven't seen consistently in New Orleans. They have talent, but when you put the toughness to it, and all of a sudden now you have an identity.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I expect some hard fouls now.
Yeah.
I expect some things. I expect Zion to, he's got to figure something out. He's got to figure out this is how things will be done moving forward. And if anyone can connect with this group of talented players, it's going to be someone like Joe Dumars.